Okay, real quick for data log, this is Matthew Simon with KTVA, CBS 11 News, and it's just an information interview. Matt, what's your position here at KTVA, CBS 11?
I just became the weekend anchor here. I continue to be the senior reporter for the station, but I've been the senior reporter since I was hired. I've been here about 5 years.
Can you describe your educational experience?
I have a broadcast journalism major. What do they call it? It's from the University of Missouri. It's a unique degree. It's basically a journalism degree with the emphasis in broadcast, I guess, and I have a minor in history.
Okay. Any courses you feel left like a lasting impression that are helping you today?
That school is great. I just wish every school were set up like it. It's a weird one where they own the actual NBC station for the area, so students are trained at the real TV stations for their coursework. So it's a really different program for most, that you're put in a real world experience as part of your coursework to get through school. So all of their experiences, that's just the lasting impression I have, is get out into the real world and away from the academic bubble as much as you can with this, because this field is much more of a real world field than stuff on paper.
Okay. And speaking of the real world, after you got out of school, did you immediately come up here or did you start working elsewhere?
No, so I've been in TV news a long time, to put it mildly. I started in high school. I worked for that station in Columbia, Missouri all through school, so I did 4 years there. Graduating from school, I went home, which is Birmingham, Alabama. I went down to Montgomery, which is about an hour and a half away, and worked there for a little while. Went up to Wichita, Kansas, did that for about a year, and then I came up here from Wichita, Kansas.
Okay. So, in which case do you feel that your educational experience beforehand, that you feel that it prepared you for coming out through?
For the most part, it prepared me how to tell a really good story. I think, and maybe it's different now, but real world TV news is based much more on live shots than storytelling, I feel, a lot of days, and so that's where I feel maybe, and it's probably a little more like that now going through school, that they're emphasizing live shots more, but storytelling is important to know your basics. But I wish I had known a little bit more about the live element, meaning how important that is to build in to your day and meeting deadlines and things like that.
Anything else that you wish you would have worked on that would have prepared you for where you are now? Or any highlights or opportunities that were just
the school I went to presented me with that unique opportunity, but what I always tell people is go and do 1 or 2 internships. Don't go to the station you necessarily grew up watching in your hometown or the really good station. Go to the number 2 or number 3 station, because in every city in America there's like 3 or 4 TV stations, and there's that one really good one that everybody might watch, but there's a lot more of the bad ones, and chances are you might end up at one of the not top ones. And so experience that and see if you really like it, because if you don't, that's more of the norm than what the other ones are. They have a lot more resources at those good ones, but the advantage of working at a number 2 or number 3 too, they'll rely on you as an intern a lot more to actually get hands-on and do things, versus going to a number 1 station where you can sit there and watch them a lot of times and you don't get to really learn, in my opinion.